God, if you're out there, please just don't let anybody talk about my penis.
Have you seen the video of this guy attacking a judge? That dude gracefully soared like an eagle over that podium.
You know that there was some, like, NBA recruiters that were like, fuck, we.
If we could have caught him sooner. Would you rather be locked in a padded room for 6 months or go through a haunted house tripping on acid?
You have nothing.
You have a little door with a little open slot where they give you food and water.
Do you think, just based on my overall personality, I could become friends with the guy that is giving me food?
One of my best friends yesterday competed in something called the Ganja Grappler, a marijuana-friendly Jiu-Jitsu tournament. But I gotta say, it was funny, cringy with the announcer. And there was a point where she said, "Do you love weed? Do you love jiu-jitsu?" Yeah. Okay, so to start this Epstein list, I want to talk about, first and foremost, the beef of Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, you got to cut this.
Okay. And it's cut.
Hey, it's the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show.
Let's talk about that.
Introducing first in the left corner.
It's Pikachu! Fuck!
Introducing seconds in the right corner.
Bill, are you a doctor? Because I'm a little sick boy.
Let's get ready to...
Hello, and welcome to the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show. I'm Bill.
I'm sick.
Oh, and welcome to the new setup. Hey.
I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, absolutely. For the listeners, we're in a whole different space this time. You know, I built a little studio in my basement. It's a work in progress. As you can see, Hunter has the most wrinkly curtains in the world behind him, but...
Yeah, and I'm going to get a little shelf here with all my things.
Yeah, I got a shelf over here with some of my things, just to run you through it a little bit. That's a piano. That's my favorite game of all time, Shadow of the Colossus.
Cool.
There's a little sign here that says Mom Space. I just found it in a thrift store for $3, and I went, yeah.
And your mom's great.
This is Mom Space. This is the grandpa mug now.
World and famous. Yeah, they don't know that.
I know. I'll get into the grandpa mug in a second. I got a little photo of when we launched Blaha Media.
Yeah.
That's when we were in... the only promotional piece of Blaha Media was a project that Hunter and I and a bunch of friends made. And... it was like a sketch comedy group. And the only marketing idea I had was like a photo shoot where we're all on a mini golf course dressed like we're going actually golfing. Mm-hmm. And it was for 4 days till the launch of the channel. Yeah. So to say 4 days until Blaha Media launches, you know, marketing. This is a cute little photo that Riley painted for me. Just little blobs. Yeah, I know you can't really see it.
Oh, yeah.
And then that right there, that's the microphone that Hunter and I used to record episode 1. So
and we're already on 12.
12, baby.
12, so
guys. That's the new space. And it's only going to get better. So, I appreciate you guys sticking along. It's funny because I remember episode, 3 or 4, we had someone reach out and they're like, do you just record this like in your living room? And firstly, that annoyed me a little bit because I was like, so what if we do?
Dude, does everyone expect us to have a fucking studio
That's
already?
what I was going to say. Like, I was like, do you just have a spare room that you can just do whatever the fuck you want with? Because I don't. And then I was like, but I do. But most people don't. So, anyways. But yeah, the grandpa mug. Should we get into that? I don't know if that's too much off the rip.
No, right. Go for it. I mean, we brought it up. And if you don't talk about it now, we're probably never going to.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. This is the perfect tee up. So, forever ago, we've been making videos since, we were really, really young.
Yeah, that's how we got the name of the pod.
Yeah, the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show. So if people haven't been around since episode 1, when Hunter and I were like kids, I was like maybe 10, he was 5. We were like, we want to be famous on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we were like, that just means we got to make videos. And so all we would do is we would set up a camera and then we would just wrestle.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was just two kids fighting in a room. And neither of us can remember how the name came up, but I think just one time I stood in front of the camera and I said, "Hey, it's the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight show," which is what you hear in the intro.
Yeah.
Which is just weird.
Yeah, dude. Us when we were kids.
So crazy. So we uploaded that. I want to say the name of the channel was Halo Tets for some reason.
That was your first channel.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, all of them are scrubbed from time. I don't know what happened. I don't think I ever deleted them, but they're gone.
Yeah, I don't, because usually stuff just sits on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe they do a little clean out if a video hasn't been viewed
Ever. No, just kidding.
in a long period of time.
Yeah. So, anyways, that eventually moved on into us making sketch comedy on the internet. Because that's what was bumping, like early 2000s YouTube. It was just sketch comedy or just like weird dancing.
Right.
But so when we jumped into doing that, I don't know. We went through so many channels and eventually we landed on Blaha Films, which was like a collaborative project that we started. Like there was these other guys that we knew making sketch comedy. We were making sketch comedy, so we made a channel together called Blaha Films.
Right.
And I don't know, somewhere in the middle of doing it, because we had that channel for so long.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle of doing it, I ended up getting this grandpa mug from a thrift store. And because that was my level of comedy back then, I was like, I'm not. You know what I mean? So I bought this mug thinking it was goofy. And then I think on one video on complete accident, the grandpa mug was just in it.
Yeah.
And so from that point on, I was like, this mug will be in every video we make.
Somewhere.
So that even carried into my music career. So in every single music video, except for Great, but that's because we were in New York City.
Right.
Every single music video that I did myself with like Scooter, who's also my producer, and you know anybody locally that I was making a music video with, that mug appears somewhere in the video. And now it'll be on every episode of the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight show.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
It's
so
super cool.
not a lot of lore in there, I guess.
No, I mean, but, you know, episode 12, I'm a little sick boy.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I got like something going on like back here. But yeah, good.
We're still recovering. I'm sorry for the sniffles.
Yeah, it's
I'm working out here.
It's scary because this episode comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, I was sick all week. I was really hoping to feel better, and I feel good enough to do it now. I also didn't want to get you sick.
Oh yeah, no,
I didn't want to get
you.
your lovely girlfriend sick.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get Cage sick. Don't look at me like
He's just
that.
looking at him
I know
like a
you guys
dwarf.
can't see it, but he's just giving me. He's hot and cold with me right now. But Bill, I wanted to get into something that kind of happened recently.
Okay.
Not with me, but I want to see if you saw this.
All right. Yeah.
Have you seen the video of this guy attacking a judge?
Oh, that wasn't you? No, I'm just kidding.
It wasn't
Yeah.
me. It might have been my dad.
I do. I know. That took me a second. I know zero details about anything other than the way he launched his
Dude,
body.
He jumped so. Okay, look, I'm not gonna glorify what this man did,
Well, we should. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
but
No.
the jump was graceful,
That dude,
man.
that guy was wearing moon boots. You know, remember those old shoes
The
that had
moon
like the
shoes,
trampolines?
yeah, those
was
things.
like,
Those things didn't do anything.
No, they didn't.
But that dude gracefully soared like an eagle over that podium,
Yeah.
and that poor judge, man.
That no.
By the way, did you saw the video?
Yeah.
So you saw the dude in the background doing absolutely nothing.
I know he was like,
Well,
what
no,
am I
like
to
he
do?
threw punches, but he was just doing this. Like
Yeah.
like no kicks, no like he didn't try to
Nothing.
grab him. Like what are you doing?
Yeah,
and
well-
then the other, I think there was a couple police cars that actually got in there, but
Yeah.
it's like, don't they have tasers or something? Like he's
that
just
guy.
beating the shit out of
I
this
know.
older lady judge, and it's like, come on. And so I'm not gonna pretend like I did a whole bunch of backstory on this, because
Okay.
I didn't.
All right.
But I watched the video, and what I do know from it, it was like he got mad because she denied his parole.
Okay.
I don't know what he did,
All right.
but if she denied his parole, that means he has a chance of getting parole at some point.
Yeah. Unless he were to say attack a judge.
Yeah. So now you have no chance of parole.
Yeah.
You probably will never see a courtroom again.
Probably not.
Bro, the fine and the repercussions of attacking a police officer is extraordinary.
Yeah.
A judge? You're going under the prison.
That's what I'm saying. He was just very much like, no parole, huh? Well, I guess I put it all on the line now.
Yeah, I think after that he was like, oh hell no. He was like, fuck you.
So funny. Because where in your mind you're like, this will convince her.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't understand his game plan.
Oh man. Dude.
I mean, I guess I don't know his living conditions in
Yeah,
the
I don't
prison. I don't know if he's getting beaten, battered. I don't know if he's really trying to he felt like he needed to get out. I don't know if that was an attempt of getting out of life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Maybe they were hoping
yeah.
he got into a position where he wasn't going back to jail one way or another.
Yeah. I guess in his defense, we have no idea what his case was leading up to wanting parole, and maybe there's a world where he definitely should have got parole, and then she denied him anyway, and then he was just like, I'm gonna throw a fit, which doesn't excuse it at all. Like, just mostly from like a in your own defense standpoint, like, you would if something's completely unfair, I would say don't attack a judge.
Yeah, that'd probably be the smartest thing.
But yeah, I don't know any of the details leading up to it, but that's fucking crazy to be like, well, I guess I'll just stay in prison forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? The fact that he got over there too is like crazy, because like,
dude, yeah, I mean, I guess like,
you think that bailiff got fired?
he didn't. Okay, so we don't know what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like we don't really know how much emphasis they felt they needed on watching him that closely.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because I feel like,
he was just jaywalking.
how many times do you hear like somebody ran at the judge and actually made it over? Plus, also, maybe even if they were ready, I don't think anyone thought he was clearing that thing like that. Maybe run, because like if he would have had to run around it, they would have got him. Probably.
Exactly.
But to clear that, John.
Dude, you know what sucks most about like probably that whole thing, because that thing went so viral. That there was like some like NBA recruiters that were like, fuck, we
If we could have caught him sooner.
that dude's got a fucking 50-inch vertical leap.
An Olympic dive team is just like,
Like, yeah, I mean, that guy's fucked up, but he's got hops, man. A true athlete, man. Despite it all. Something that I wanted to talk about, just because this
that was also weirdly on camera.
What do you mean?
Your thing was.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just wanted to talk about like shortly. This happened like right before you got here. I was just like scrolling the internet, killing time, and like how Omegle's like blowing up again.
Yeah,
like people are just randomly chatting with
Dude,
each other.
I was watching a YouTuber go on Omegle last night.
Yeah,
because it's funny.
It is funny. Yeah, it can be. There's also a bunch of weird fucking people on there, and I don't mean like the people jerking it. We've already
we've already everybody who's ever knows Omegle knows that just comes with the territory.
Yeah, no pun intended. No, but so the video is this dude. He's in just like basically a Speedo. It's underwear, but he's basically just in a Speedo. He's in his living room. And he's in pretty good shape, and he's just flexing like crazy,
like bodybuild competition, like
kinda, yeah. And there's this chick, this like blonde chick that he's chatting with, and she goes, "Oh wow, that's like actually crazy," And it's funny because like he walks up, he gets close to the camera, and he goes, "Hey," and he's got like these thick ass fucking glasses on, and he goes, "Hey," and she goes, "Hey," and he goes, "What's your favorite muscle on the human body?" Which, Excuse me. Hey, pop quiz. This dude's got what is that? Anatomy Riz? No, I'm just kidding. No, but he asks that. And dude, this chick doesn't hesitate. It was almost like he didn't even completely finish the question. And she goes, "Oh, that muscle that makes your dick go up." Didn't even skip a beat. And this dude's taken aback and he goes, "Oh." And he goes, "Oh, you're a weird little one, aren't you?" And I'm sitting there like, bro, you're flexing on the internet for nobody. And you're going to flame this chick because she had an answer locked and loaded to your weird ass question.
Hey, bro, if I know anything.
Yeah.
If there's anything. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, it snapped.
Oh, my God.
If I know anything about females,
Yeah.
girls are fascinated by the muscle that just makes that John rise.
Yeah.
If you can make that bitch do jumping jacks,
Yeah.
they're enticed.
It was crazy because she was like, the muscle that makes your dick go up. And he's like, he kind of goes, huh? And she goes, you know that. And then she does like a perfect representation of it with her finger. Like a perfect one. I was like, damn, this chick's like, she studied this thing. Imagine she like busted out like, yeah, the filarium flaxus. Like she just hits it with the fucking
She
name.
brings out a protractor. She's like, I like when it gets to about this angle and then it goes back down.
And unfortunately for this guy, after she says that, because he goes, you're a weird little one, aren't you? And she goes, no, I'm just horny. And
Sounds
so
like a match made in heaven.
you would think, but instead you could tell this dude was like, look, I'm just trying to talk about my abs. Because he goes, no, but for real. And he stands up, gets away from the camera again. He goes, what's your favorite muscles? Is it like the chest, the tris, the back? Like, I was just like,
Dude, she answered you.
I was like, buddy, you're in, dude. You know, like, what is this, a survey? He's like, no, I'm asking 100 people what their favorite muscle on the human body.
And she gave you a real answer. So just because you didn't like it
I know.
doesn't mean this answer changes.
He's like, yeah, I can't work out my penis flexor, whatever that's. Dude, good guess. Firstly, I can't believe Hunter just broke the mic stand.
Dude, I really I tried to rotate the mic up with the little screw thing right here, but I guess it was too tight.
Yeah, I don't know. It was funny because when I was fucking with when we moved, spaces, I was messing with Hunter's setup just to make sure that it worked for him. And I was looking at your mic and I was like, yo, he's got this thing configured fucking weird. But I was like, I'm not going to change it because like,
What do you
that's
mean?
how I got it.
Why was
Because
it
like
weird?
for me, so your mic, you had it angled like this and then like
oh yeah, that's just because I do like the lean.
yeah, but I can do the lean too, but I just do this, right? So like I was like, I'm only ever moving this forward or back and up. So I was like, your thing was like you could go all axes but not clean. I was like, what the fuck's going on over here?
It works for me, damn it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I didn't change it. So I was like, I'm gonna leave it, but apparently it doesn't work for you. Cause
No, because I always rotate the mic.
Yeah.
And it just seemed very
weird.
tight. Sorry about that, guys. But she gave him an answer. He shouldn't get
Reeling
mad.
it back in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that guy was like, fuck, I was really hoping she'd say like back or shoulders or something. Because, yeah, she says probably the chest and the tris. And you can tell on this guy that's like the most underdeveloped muscle he has. And he gets a little insecure and he goes, yeah, I mean, I got to work on chest and tris more. He's like, because my shoulders, he's like, it makes it all look less uniform because my shoulders are fucking massive. And she goes, yeah, your shoulders are massive. And he goes, yeah, because I'm always going like, and he like motions like he's picking things up and moving them around, like manipulating them, like perhaps a woman. And she goes, I like that. And then the clip ends. And I'm like, do you want this chick to flirt with you or not? Because you were in immediately. And you went, whoa, hold on a second.
That was not the answer I was looking
We're
for.
fucking trying to talk about muscle groups here, dude. I had fucking leg day yesterday. You don't want to talk about my swole?
I want to talk about your third leg, she said.
I know. And he went, I can't work on that. Oh, but that's what I was going to say.
Insecure. The whole thing was he was insecure.
Yeah.
I want to talk about my big muscles, not my little one.
That's what I was going to say. So he's in like this Speedo. And unfortunately for him, when she says that and he gets taken back immediately and he's trying to change the subject, I won't speak for everybody, but me as a dude, like I'm looking at his private area because I'm like, okay, like that's what the conversation just was. And, you know, you would think that in what he's wearing, you could leave very little to the imagination, but it's just a flat surface. Yeah. So then I was like, my immediate thought was, oh, this poor guy. He's like, fuck. Can you imagine hopping on Omegle and he's like, please, nobody talk about my penis. Please, God.
Well, you're wearing a Speedo.
I know.
The dude could have wore swim trunks. He could have wore basketball shorts. He could have wore anything.
I know.
To compensate.
God, please, God, if you're out there, please just don't let anybody talk about my penis.
While I'm in a Speedo.
I can already tell you right now, the intro, you know, like how we do a clip at the very beginning. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be, please, God, just don't let anybody talk about my penis. That's so good.
All right.
Yeah, go into it.
No, this actually is not on the list.
Oh, go for it.
I want to ask you a would you rather.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny is I typically hate these, and then I'm always like, why do I hate them? And I'm like, because usually they're two really bad choices, and then I always have to then be like, Bill, they're fake. You can say anything, really. You know?
All right. Would you rather be locked in a padded room for 6 months,
Okay.
or go through a haunted house tripping on acid?
Ooh. Okay, so here's the issue is like, you go on like any forum ever of people talking about acid, they say it changed their life for better or worse.
Yeah.
They're always like, yeah, my brain has not worked the same like since doing that in some capacity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But would 6 months in a padded room do the same thing?
Yeah.
You know, would it fuck you up? Yeah. Is that what you're going to say? I feel like I talked over you there. I'm sorry.
You said it.
I'm like, don't ever make a point ever again. No, just kidding. Dude, that's tough. I don't know. I mean,
Maybe 6 months is too harsh. Even like 3.
Yeah.
3 is.
Well, I should like say like I don't like do drugs really at all. I've only been high like 3 times, and 2 of those 3 times were the worst experiences I've ever had in my life.
Right.
And I was like, and I felt like it changed me, and it was just weed.
Yeah.
I was like, how fucking lame is that? Or like, because I was in New York City, and it's legal there. So
Right.
I was like, oh, like I've gotten high one time on edibles, and it was awesome. So
Right.
I'll just do that. I accidentally took like
Way too much.
dude, like triple what I normally would.
Yeah.
And oh my God, dude. Yeah, I was like fighting for my life, dude.
Yeah.
Like when it hit, I was doing homework. This was just last year. It hit, and I just remember closing the laptop because I was like realizing I can't focus on a fucking thing right now. I closed the laptop, and my sister's next to me. We're in an Airbnb, like the tiniest room imaginable. I'm essentially on the floor. And dude, when it hit, I went, oh no. Like at first I like when I closed the laptop, brain went, oh, did it hit? And she didn't take any. She was like, oh, did it hit? And I went, yeah. I was like laughing. And then I was like, I like leaned back on this wall, and when my back hit the wall, it was like I felt every vibration on every hair follicle in my entire body. And then suddenly I was like, wait, just breathe. Wait, how do you breathe? Oh fuck, I'm suffocating. And it was like that for like 4 hours. Dude. So I'll go padded room, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
No, bro, a haunted
6
house
months,
on
though.
acid. No, we'll take it down to 3.
3?
Because 6 is crazy. Half a year in a
Yeah.
padded wall, you might go crazy.
And yeah, because like you have nothing in this padded room.
No.
Nothing.
Though you have a little door
Yeah.
with a little open slot where they give you food and water.
Okay.
Other than that, you're stuck in this room.
Do you think, just based on my overall personality, I could become friends with the guy that is giving me food?
We're going to say that the dude who's giving you food is absolutely deaf. Because I think you'd be able to win him over.
Do you think in 3 months I could figure out sign language?
It's only, dude, it's just a little cutout. Like a little, it's
I
just
know,
where
I'm
the
just
tray
kidding.
goes in. Your
I
hand sticking out. And
I swear to God, I'm never the guy that asks questions like this to a would you rather. I swear to God, but in this moment, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like even just through that little slit, he could feel my overall vibe. He could be like, this guy's pretty cool. Can't understand a fucking thing he's saying, but he's cool. And I think I would find some willingness to go on.
You'd be the guy to not eat as much for that day just so you can play with your food and leave him a project to put the tray back in.
Yeah,
so he's like, oh.
But
you make a castle out of your mashed potatoes, and he's like,
There's like a milk carton, and it just like I folded it into like an origami fucking crane. This guy's like, damn, this guy. He's like, damn, this guy's got nothing but time, and I'm like,
he starts giving you food that you can make stuff out of.
I know. Yeah, it's just a bunch of Legos. I'm
He
like,
gives you those Lego candies. He's like, start building, dude.
Yeah, and now my struggle is, do I keep building things for this guy, or do I eat? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I try to find the comedy in all of it, so I'm like...
Yeah, but you're leaving out the haunted house.
I know.
On acid.
Dude.
You putting more... Only you would put more time into the padded room than the haunted house on acid.
That's a fantastic point, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck the clowns and the dudes with the chainsaws while you're on acid. Let's talk about this padded room.
Dude, and then, is it just me? I'm just going through? Okay.
Oh, I mean, I guess you could bring people, but I don't think it's really going to help the situation.
It just depends on, I think, who you bring. Because, you know, like, there's those people that do that fucked up thing when you're tripping, they go, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. It's like,
Who would do that?
I know, there's fucked up people, but you know, then there's people like my cousin who would just be like, my cousin gave me, so when I had 2 really bad trips, like on just weed, but edibles specifically, he told me, like, I told him, I was like, I start spiraling where I get really internal, like, and then I can't relax at all because I'm like, I need to remember to breathe, I need to remember to like blink, I need to remember to fucking whatever, and I told him, I was like, when I'm getting, if I ever were to get high again, which right now I have zero interest, but I asked him, I was like, if I had interest and did it again, do you have any like tips for me on like to not have that happen? And he said, oh, do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
Dude, microdose. Littles at a time.
Okay.
Because if you take too much, you're fucked. And you don't know how much is going to hit you until it hits you.
Yeah, that's a good
point. So you take a little bit and give it 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If it's not enough and you want a little bit more, take a little bit more.
That's the other problem, though, I think, with edibles is they're like, it could take 90 minutes to hit you. And so you take them and then you're like, I think I'll never forget, it feels like a wave crashing over me where suddenly I'm like, oh, we're there.
Yeah,
you know
so that's why it's just, you take a little bit. A little does go a long way.
Yeah, it's true.
And,
well, the third, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's why, like, I don't indulge as much as I once did, but when I did, I wasn't the biggest fan of edibles because of that. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's just like, just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Before I went to go see Spider-Man 3, the crossovers.
Okay, yeah.
I took edibles.
Uh-huh. Oh, no.
And I got drunk.
No! You got crossfaded, dude.
And Spider-Man 3 was never... It couldn't have been any better.
Yeah, for sure.
Not only that, but it was a packed theater, and there were only a couple seats left, and they were all spread out in one row.
All right.
So, it was basically like 2 of my friends could sit here, and then 3 of us had to sit in a row in front. We're like, oh, this is lame.
Yeah.
Luckily, these 2 dudes bought the two other seats, and then the other dudes were over here. So it was like, oh, well, if 2 of us switch, we can get back in our row with our friends, and then they would get with their friends.
Nice.
So it worked out. But then there's 1 seat missing.
Okay.
Because it was the end of the row.
Yeah.
So I was drunk. Hi.
Oh, no.
And I just wanted to sit with my friends and watch Spider-Man. So I sat on the floor of the aisle.
Oh, nice.
And watched Spider-Man and just leaned up against Marcus. Well, because everybody else was drunk. But me and Marcus were the only ones that indulged in some edibles.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god, that's so funny.
We're just sitting there, and dude, it was so much fun.
That's cool, man.
I was just-
I actually like that.
I was just praying not to. I was praying not to see somebody with those light up wands come through, because I'm like, he's gonna make me go sit back down.
know.
So yeah, he did end up coming through, but Marcus, like me and Marcus, came up with a game plan where if he saw one or I saw one, just to make sure I knew. So he tapped me, and I just laid on the floor.
With full camo, dude.
We're all black.
My cousin's advice was, he's like, if you're ever getting really internal, he's like, just remind yourself that you took a mind-altering substance. This is what you wanted, you know? And that did give me some confidence to be like, okay, like, why am I freaking out? Like, if I'm feeling a specific way or I'm, like, freaking out because I feel different, yeah, I'm supposed to feel different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now go enjoy it rather than being like, why can't I control my body?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say is, if I ever indulge at this point in my life, it's because I'm doing something. Don't, like, for somebody who doesn't do it casually, don't do it when you're not gonna do something. So
Yeah.
like in a hotel room,
Yeah.
or like I guess in the hotel room would have made sense if you and Brandy were doing something.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like if, like, for example, I feel like if you were to just do one to just chill, watch videos or watch a movie, it's going to give you a different effect than if you were like, if me and you were to be like, okay, let's do this and then fucking play this video game all night.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, so the first time I ever tried it, I was so scared because, like, I don't know,
It's scary.
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
not having any background in it at all.
Oh, yeah.
You were still, I guess, not new to drinking, but like you were still.
No, I wasn't new to drinking anymore. But yeah, so this was 2022, I think. I feel like, it was late 2022. I just remember I was just with, like, you know, the twins. I was with, like, my best friends, and I felt like this was a really welcoming environment. If I was going to try it, this would be the best case scenario to try it. We're at Jared's place. He was playing Final Fantasy 15, and we all took him, and he was like, it's going to take like an hour and a half for them to hit. When they started hitting, you could tell because we were laughing. He was fighting like these like steel centipedes, and you could tell like we just thought that was so funny. And so I told them about on YouTube you can watch this thing called Monster Bug Wars, which it's not like cage fighting for bugs. I think that's really fucked up, but or like insects or not insects, fucking like animals in general. It's like literally like I think there's just a guy. Like, even the concept is funny, where there's just a camera guy just chilling in the wild with this humongous lensed camera that makes these bugs look fucking huge and, like, just waits for them to beef.
Right.
And then if they have a fight, then they're like, let's make an entire episode about it. Where there's, like, these, like, bug enthusiasts or bug, like, doctors. I can't think of their name. My buddy Bob, I bet, is listening right now, and he's, like, saying the name of what a bug doctor is. Sorry, Bob. But, and they're like super into it. So they're like, the centipede has pincers that can grab with 30 pounds of force. And just sitting there like, especially how you're like, 30 fucking pounds. That's crazy. I'm saying,
That dude can lift a toddler.
dude, dude, exactly. And dude, when you're high, I swear to God, anybody who gets high, watch Monster Bug Wars while you're high because it's so fucking funny. There's this one, I won't get into it because I could talk about this all day. But the one that made me laugh, well, I won't say the one that made me laugh the hardest because it'll take fucking forever. But one of the ones that made me laugh really hard is it was a like this humongous fucking spider versus a colony of ants.
Oh shit.
And
No way the spider wins.
right, yeah. I'll spoil it. The spider loses. Actually, you'll realize in that show a lot, the spiders lose more than they win. Like, you're always going into it like, this spider's going to fuck this guy up. And then the spider's just dead. You're like, okay. And sorry, I'm just thinking about all of it. Basically, what happens is, like, this spider's on this, like blade, like a weed, you know. But when the way they shoot it, it looks like he's on a skyscraper, you know. And this ant jumps from one like leaf onto the spider's leaf, and almost like the beginning of the Lion King. The spider just like is like, oh, long live the king, and just like throws the ant off the leaf. And as the ant is falling, it's like flailing through the sky as if it's falling forever. When in reality, if you were just to zoom the camera out, it'd just be like. But anyways, this thing's like flailing and falling through the sky, and they'll edit in like noises because obviously insects aren't making that many noises, so it'll be like now as it's falling. It's fucking ridiculous. And so when it falls off, basically the whole ant colony is like, man, fuck that spider. So they go over there, and the ants like divvy up, and they like basically pin down all of the spider's legs as some of them just start eating the spider's face. It's like fucking gnarly. But it's funny because like when an ant grabs a spider's leg, it like starts like pulling back and it's outstretching the spider's leg. And we were laughing at the concept of like this ant just like picking the spider up and just going and just throwing it. I was just like, dude, you watch that thing and you let your imagination run, and it's so fucking funny.
It brings Bugs Life to a whole
Yeah. Oh my god. The last one I'll say, because I this is what makes me laugh the hardest, is a fly only lives for like 24 hours.
Oh really?
Yeah, they don't live for very long at all. And there's this scene that is just setting up a spider. So it's talking about a spider's web, and it shows this fly perfectly into this web and gets stuck, and then the spider leaps on it immediately and wraps it in silk. So it like twists it the fuck around and is just basically pooping on it. as he's wrapping it up like cotton candy. And dude, tears in my fucking eyes, high off my ass, laughing at the concept of a fly being an hour old and being like, the world is like open, I have nothing but time, and then just flies right into a web. And he goes, oh, hey, what's the big idea? Hey, sir, I just got stuck in this. It's the spider, bro. Just, sir, if you could just help me. And then the spider starts spinning around, and the fly's just like, wow. As he's getting just muffled more. And then he just gets eaten alive. 1 hour in, dude. Holy shit. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to talk that long about monster bug wars, but holy shit. Yeah.
Well, this has nothing to do with the pod, but since we were talking about the ganj, I just wanted to shout out my boy,
Bada bong bong,
Brian.
Sorry.
He's one of our favorite listeners and one of my best friends. Yesterday, competed in something called the Ganja Grappler.
Oh shit!
It's a marijuana-friendly Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
Cool.
Did great. I watched it live. Did really good. They ended up switching up his opponent, so he was not prepared for this guy at all.
Yeah.
So he did take a minor setback, but setback is only for a greater comeback. Brian, you did great.
Wow. Congrats.
Shout out to you, man. And we'll get him next time.
Dude, there's nothing funny, like, just because of pure context clues, there's nothing funnier than, I know this isn't what happened, but the concept of being like two guys get high off their ass and then have to wrestle. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Dude, the organization and the energy of the tournament was super cool. It was live streamed. But I gotta say, it was funny, cringy.
Oh, interesting.
With the announcer.
Oh,
they had they had this girl introducing everybody, and she was talking in between.
Oh.
There was a point where she said, "Do you love weed? Do you love jiu-jitsu?" It's like, come on, dude.
Oh, I don't want to change gears. I just wanted to remember where we were at. But fucking. Yeah!
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
Do you love jiu-jitsu? Yeah!
Well, then you're gonna love the Ganja Grappler.
Bada bong bong. Just coming out there. That's crazy, dude.
It was just like And then right after that, all you hear is, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner, I'm a stone. And then someone comes out because that's their theme song. And it's like,
Oh, my
okay,
God.
guys, we're hitting this a little too hard.
I know, exactly. Yeah, this should just be like a consequential thing, not the thing.
Yeah, like that's literally, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was great energy. Dude, some of those dudes were insane because I was watching the entire thing up to Brian's match.
Wow.
And it was dude, like it was a great atmosphere. It was super fun, but it was just like, all right, guys, come on.
Dude, can you imagine they do like, when they do the weigh-ins and they do the drug test, there's no THC in you. They're like, get that guy.
Everyone just starts
beating the shit out. Like he's trying to cheat.
They throw him out of the building.
He's not high at all.
Don't come back until you smoke.
This guy's trying to have an unfair advantage. This guy's not high at all. That's so funny, man. Dude. Oh, but yeah, to answer your question, I guess I would do the acid and the haunted house. All of that.
We didn't even get there.
I know. Because I was like, I'm afraid like a listener was like, okay, well, I really wanted to know.
You would really take?
I guess just for the story of it all. Although, mind you, I might be telling the story like as I'm homeless on Venice Beach or something. But
how'd you get here?
Yeah,
that's a great question. I really want to get into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
When I did MMA growing up and with the pro wrestling thing, it's such a fun thing.
Yeah. For sure.
I honestly, I know this might tick a lot of people off who are interested in combat sports, MMA. Mm-hmm. I think the ground game is the most intricate and interesting.
Yeah, okay.
The idea of holding somebody down to where they are defenseless because of how good you are on the ground is such an underrated topic to me.
That's a good point.
Like, let's talk about these MMA fighters who do nothing but train to win and make money and for the love of MMA. Some people don't even do it for the love of MMA. It's because they're naturally good at fighting and they want to make money off of it. So they learn more and they get better. But the idea, like let's take this back a couple of years. When Stipe manhandled and held Ngannou down in a championship fight for the entire fight.
Shout out Cleveland.
Fucking Francis Ngannou is huge.
Yeah, huge.
I'm pretty sure, and not only that, but I think he has the world record for hardest punch. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
I think his punch was the equivalent of a Ford Focus going at a certain miles per hour, which that alone is insane.
That is insane, yeah.
So it's just, that's insane to me. So yeah, I mean, like, I think the jiu-jitsu doesn't get enough credit to me in the art of, like, jiu-jitsu has a huge following for the people doing jiu-jitsu, but in the realm of MMA, it's annoying how it doesn't get talked about. The idea of holding somebody down
is crazy,
to where they cannot get up.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, when people talk about boring MMA fights because someone's just holding someone down, I'm like, bro, what? He can't get up.
Yeah, that's
like,
scary.
That's insane. This grown man who looks ripped and shredded to hell cannot get up.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That is insane to me. And the amount of energy that takes, the amount of focus that takes. It's like the littlest things, the littlest transitions means a lot.
Dude, I remember talking to Riley because she was like, I don't understand the hype with combat sports at all. That might be a lot of, like, girls
Pacifist.
in general, or pacifist for sure. I shouldn't say women. That's not fair. But she was like, I don't get it. And then, like, I talked with her for a while about, like, I was like, it just can get really interesting. I'm like, if you're not even interested in, like, the pure, like, violence of it, which I could understand being turned off from that, I was like, I told her, I was like, this is always the example I give if people don't really understand combat sports or what's interesting about it. I was like, you have, here's a fight. I was like, you have a guy who is a grappler. He's a wrestler, all-state wrestler. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Then you got a guy who's one of the best kickboxers in the world. Great strike game, knockout punches left and right and kicks and very creative combinations. So I asked her, I was like, who wins? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, that's what's crazy about it. I was like, because the conversation becomes, oh, if that wrestler can just get his hands on him, it's over.
But can he get his hands on him? Because that kickboxer could catch him with a kick or a
fucking
strike.
crazy. It's scary.
Yeah. So I guess for Riley's aspect, I would even compare it to something she does like in anime. When you get these bosses or these crazy fight scenes.
Yeah.
It's like that, but in the real world, you got these dudes who are in the light of martial arts, the final boss or these. And not only that, but with combat sports today, it's even turning more into like a storyline. These dudes beef for weeks. They say the meanest shit.
Yeah.
They go back and forth, and then you finally see this payoff of who is better.
It's crazy, man.
And yeah, dude, it's super interesting.
I think that's something that I want to get more into this year is watching more like combat sports.
Dude, we have like little get-togethers all the time for them. That's why I always try to tell you, because it's so much fun. And it's even more fun because our immature asses will make parlays and watch them together. And
yeah,
dude. I don't think I have ever felt the adrenaline rush of winning a $1,900 parlay with my cousin, because we formed this parlay together.
That's awesome.
And we're watching this card every fight. We did a parlay for every fight on that card, and everyone hit.
Oh my god!
And we got $1,900 off of it. And watching that last fight, where all you need is that one more,
dude.
Every time our guy got punched, you're like,
please. You're just staring at FanDuel. You're like, hopefully we're not behind. I know what I mean.
Dude, yeah, that happened to me one time recently where I made a parlay, and I was being so stubborn because this card was in Dubai. Or not Dubai, Saudi Arabia. So it was a lot earlier out here. And I had a wedding I had to go to with my girlfriend. So I'm like making a parlay, getting ready for this wedding while just watching the fights on my phone. And then my parlay, if it hit, I was supposed to make like $700.
Okay.
And it hit, but I only got paid $75.
Whoa.
Because the main odd boost that I had, that fight ended in a no contest. Which was stupid because the guy I had winning, he got illegally kneed on the ground.
Oh.
He wasn't standing and he got kneed in the head.
Jesus.
In other fights, that's a disqualification.
Yeah.
Peter Yan was a former champion. He lost his title because of an illegal knee like that. But they called it a no contest, so my guy didn't get the dub.
That's crazy, dude. Fuck that.
But yeah, sports betting is a fucking.
I know. I bet it'd be fun, dude.
Dude, it would be. I would love to start watching fights with you, dude. It'd be so much fun.
I want to get into it more this year. You know, I don't know if I'd specifically call it a resolution, but you know, so I always do this thing. I don't know if you're a resolution guy.
Nah.
I've always front-loaded resolutions way too heavily.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like, I'm gonna read 15 books. I'm gonna it's always like this crazy fucking list. This year, I'm keeping it pretty simple because I think I need to, just so I don't feel like a failure. Because I didn't do a single one that I set last year. So this year, I only have two. Really. One is I want us to hit 1,000 subscribers.
That would be sick.
And it's doable. Like, it's not crazy.
For sure.
It's not a crazy goal at all. I mean, I think we're about to hit 300. So, yeah, on YouTube, I'd like to have 1,000 subscribers. And then the second one, I just want to learn a new skill. Lately, I've been leaning into getting really good at blackjack. Don't know why.
Dude, blackjack's fun.
It's
Dude,
fun.
I would love to do a little casino.
Yeah.
Little casino video or go to the casino with you. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think a new skill would be super cool. I think that's something I could set out.
Do you have anything in mind? Because I didn't, and it's okay if
honestly,
you don't.
I think my goal would be to hopefully soon get a laptop or something, and then I would love to just learn how to edit.
Oh, yeah, and I can help you with that for sure.
I like the content, and yeah, I think that'd be super fun.
That would be cool. Damn. Yeah, that's a good one. Learn to edit. That'd be cool.
I just think it'd be super fun to do. I mean, you could make some side money off of it. If you get good.
I've always thought of that, maybe especially doing the podcast stuff. I've just gotten pretty good at it, so I'm always like, I can make money, and then I'm always like, when it comes to doing it now, I'm like, I do not want to do this.
Yeah, dude, you could make a lot of money doing edits for people. Like you sign up for Fiverr.
Yeah, dude. So, starting in the newest year, a lot of stuff's already happened, right? So I guess a big one is the Epstein List.
Yeah. Okay, so to start this Epstein List, I want to talk about, first and foremost, the beef of Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel. It's blowing up right now.
Okay.
This started back when COVID became a thing.
Right.
And I guess it started because Aaron Rodgers said in an interview, "I've been immunized."
Okay.
And everyone was like, okay, so he got the vaccine. And then someone asked him about getting the vaccine. He's like, no, I'm not vaccinated. And he was like, no, I am. I'm immune to COVID. I let my immune system do it by itself.
Oh.
And he took that stand. And Jimmy Kimmel came out and was calling him an idiot and a danger to society. And then those two started going back and forth. And recently on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers was on it. And he said, the Epstein List got brought up. And he said, yeah, if that thing comes out, I'm going to be popping a bottle. And Jimmy Kimmel's going to be scared for his life because we all know he's on that thing.
Oh, shoot.
So then Twitter, I think the tweet of that got over 1 million views, which is insane for a tweet.
Crazy, yeah.
So I guess a whole bunch of people were coming at Jimmy Kimmel for being on the list, even though it wasn't a confirmed thing. And then Aaron Rodgers was getting a whole bunch of heat for bringing it up, and then Jimmy Kimmel said, he made a tweet saying, all right, asshole, you've put me in danger, you've put my family in danger. I've never been in contact with Epstein, I've never met Epstein, and I've never been on Epstein's island.
Okay.
He's like, if you want to debate this matter more, we'll do it in court.
Wow.
So...
because it is kind of slander.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that. Kinda.
So a little bit after that, I see reports on Twitter or X. I think X is cooler.
No.
I really do. I think the logo is pretty cool.
It makes me think it's just porn. Whenever you see it, it looks like a luxury brand, and then it's just an X. I'm like, what is this? People just getting fucked in Gucci? It's crazy.
I mean, Twitter was always like that, though.
I know, but at least it was like, oh, I'm going to tweet this. Oh, I'm going to X this. I'm talking to my girlfriend.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's cooler.
Okay, well.
But, I mean, it's better than a little stupid bird. But, I think I'm one of the few, honestly. So that's a hot take.
You can defend. No, it's not.
But I'm not really defending it. But I will say I always liked the little bird noise. You can't really do that with an X.
What does it do now? It just goes
X.
It just goes, X gonna give it to you. You're like, what? Whoa, that was a crazy impression, actually. Whoa, did I just unlock something with him? It's gonna deliver to you. Is that close? Listeners, tell me, is that close? Knock, knock. Nope, that's not there. Open up the door. No, it's gone. Anyways.
So then, not that long after that, I get a notification on X about some of the list dropping. Now, I have the list here, and I know you said you haven't seen anybody on it.
Yeah, I haven't.
So I want to give you the names, and we can discuss that. But also, this is not this is the main list I see buzzing around X.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say that any of this is confirmed.
Yeah.
This is allegedly.
Yes.
This is not confirmed. For the people, so no one crucify me or Bill.
Yeah, this is just according to the luxury porno brand X. This is not okay. But before we get into that, I guess just for people who maybe have been living under a rock.
Okay, yeah, that's a great.
Yeah. So Jeffrey Epstein, I'm gonna be real. I don't know enough details about all of this, but the generalness of it all. Very important guy, very rich, powerful. Lot of really rich, powerful friends. Basically, there's a bunch of crazy shit that happened that led to his ultimate death in prison. And he had an island where it was essentially underage,
a sex trafficking thing where a whole bunch of his powerful celebrity or business people would come and then
come.
Yeah,
that's not funny. I should make a joke about that. It's fucked up. It's heinous. It's terrible. Underage.
very sick.
sex traffic.
So the reason that
like,
the list holds
girls.
weight is so we know what these more of these
Who
powerful
visited.
people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crazy names allegedly
On
this list.
And then there's 2 names being held for another 30 days.
So there's redacted parts.
Oh.
And a lot of people are speculating that it's because it's Biden.
Okay. I mean, I think the Clintons are going to be on it for sure. But just because of everything that led up
You know
to
whose
it.
name's not on it anywhere as of right now? You know who's not on it?
Who?
And I'm not saying this in support. I'm saying it because it surprised me.
Yeah, okay.
Donald Trump's name is nowhere on it.
Oh, interesting.
And that really shocked me.
And I will say, I'm not like a Trump.
At least on the list I saw. If you guys see something different.
Yeah. I'll say I'm not like a Trump fan by any means, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have pegged him as that anyway.
The grabber by the coochie guy?
Yeah, but that's he wasn't talking about a 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a fan or I'm not a fan of Trump. I will never speak politics on the show. None of you guys are going to get my info on any of this.
Oh, can I tell you one of my favorite jokes?
Yeah.
That me and the twins came up with ever. It has to do with Donald Trump. So we were watching. I'm sorry, I feel like so many people are edging for the Epstein list. I promise this is worth it, at least to me. We were watching the biggest Royal Rumble ever. This is forever ago. Trump's the president, or maybe I think he was the president at the time.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so grab her by the pussy is way out in the open, and he's the president and whatever. And I know that was before. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we all know Trump. So we're watching the world's biggest Royal Rumble, and for people who maybe don't know, I know we explained it before, but a Royal Rumble, a bunch of wrestlers in the same ring. The only way to get eliminated is you have to get thrown out of the ring over the top ropes, and your feet have to touch the ground. So this wrestler comes in, and I can't remember who it was.
Was it Titus O'Neil? Are you talking about the...
No,
Okay.
not the slide
Okay,
heard
okay.
around the world. But no, I think it was a woman came in and was just throwing people out of the ring left and right. And at one point, she picked up another female wrestler in a suplex sort of position, but very clearly was just grabbing her by the front of her cooch to pick her up. And so we came up with this thing that was to backpedal. When the grab her by the pussy statement came out, he was like, "Oh, that's just locker room talk." He's like, "It's just how guys are talking to each other, in the privacy," because he didn't know he was being recorded.
Right.
He's like, "We're just dudes talking." It's basically what he said. So now this chick is suplexing this chick, and we're laughing because we're like, "Oh, bro, she grabbed her by the pussy." And we were like, we said, what if that's what it was all along?
He's talking about a suplex?
He was like, here's what you're going to do. He's like, you're going to put her under your armpit. You're going to grab her by the pussy. And then you just hear a click of somebody stop recording. And then he's like, and then you're going to throw her over the top rope. And then when they were like, why did you say this? He's like, it was just locker room talk.
He was just telling somebody to suplex.
Isn't that one of the greatest jokes you've ever heard? No, it was just locker room talk. It's just in the locker room.
I just wanted her to win the world's greatest Royal Rumble.
I just thought she deserved a title shot for the international. Holy shit, dude.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It was all him just teaching how to do a suplex, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All
Okay.
right.
Anyway, so yeah, the Epstein list.
All right. I'm going to just give you the interesting names.
Yeah, give me the
Bill Gates,
Oh, wow.
Bob Saget,
Oh, tragic.
Bruce Willis,
Oh, shit.
Celine Dion,
Oh, that's actually kind of funny.
Charles
I'm kidding,
Barkley, NBA player,
Oh, damn.
Charlie Sheen.
That's
Not surprising.
yeah.
Don't really care. Dan Snyder.
That's not surprising either, dude.
Nope.
Fuck that. Oh, wait. I guess we should explain maybe some of these, right? So Dan Snyder was the creator
of Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly.
And it was like he was outed for like
being a weirdo with little girls.
especially their feet.
Yeah.
He was like big on getting their feet on camera.
This is all people on the list of, who have visited the island.
Yes.
We're not saying what they did.
Yeah, who's to say?
Yeah, this is all allegedly. Mm-hmm. Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I thought that was going to be one of the redacted ones. Or like held for 30 days or whatever.
James Gunn.
Oh, shit.
James Franco.
Oh, wait, we're doing a bad job again. James Gunn directed Guardians of the Galaxy. James Franco, that's crazy. I mean, he's a famous actor. I don't know if we need to explain that any further at all. Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Damn, that Empire State of Mind.
Jim Carrey.
No, rest in peace. No, it's his
Jimmy
career. I mean,
Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, whoa! Can you imagine underneath it says Aaron Rodgers? That'd be fucking crazy.
Stephen Hawking.
Excuse me. I know. Well, again, like we don't know. This just means that they've been to the island.
Yeah, they've been to the island. There's no. It doesn't say what they did on the island.
Yeah.
It's all allegedly. This is just the list that is going around on Twitter.
There might be like a whole minority like section, you know?
Yeah.
But like, you know, maybe Stephen Hawking went. There's like a whole like physics section. He's doing just a bunch of rockets. He's like, but are these rockets underage? Jeffrey Epstein's like, what? That's fucked up.
Madonna.
Okay. Oh wait, Madonna. Do you remember? Was it Madonna who kissed Drake?
I don't know.
Oh, there was like this thing. I think it was Madonna. She's like much older now, but she like Drake's sitting in this chair on like a stage. She like leans him back and kisses him, and he's super grossed out by it. I think. I don't know. It was funny. It was big news like years ago.
Barack Obama.
No shot. That's
Michelle
crazy.
Obama.
Whoa.
Michael Jackson.
Okay, well, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I was gonna say it feels obvious, but
Yeah.
well, because like it's been completely outed now that he was like,
But people still think it's fake.
yeah, touching people in the Neverland.
Yeah.
God damn it.
This Oprah.
Oh shit. Okay. Maybe she was just giving all of them like cars or something.
You get a car. You get a car.
She's like, the slaves are like, we can leave. She's like, well, no.
Hey, you got to cut this.
Okay. And it's cut. That's so funny.
I think that's like some of the better ones. I don't really know if any of the... Robert De Niro.
Oh, that's crazy.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh. Maybe this is before Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Hanks.
Oh no.
Whoopi Goldberg.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, and Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, I figured Clinton's would be on it.
Actually, Bill Clinton. He's been there 73 times.
Whoa.
That's what this says.
Okay. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well.
Ew. Yeah. So yeah, that was all alleged. I don't want to sit here and I'm not giving you guys facts. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you guys what's alleged.
Yeah.
Nothing is proven. Everyone has a right to be proven guilty. Innocent until farther notice.
We're just two dudes in a basement.
Yeah, there's more names, but those are the most ones that I thought you would know.
Yeah, and
a lot more athletes.
Yikes.
Yeah, so.
Well, damn it.
And actors. There's a lot of actors.
I bet, yeah. I don't... Because, I mean, I don't know enough details about Epstein to, like, even know what his line of work particularly was.
Dude, I just got a message.
Uh-huh.
And it's about the podcast.
Oh, no. What does it say?
This girl just texted me and said, "What's that thing Joe said to you when you were working?" And it was about Joe's crew.
Nothing new after 2, baby.
Hold on.
Especially.
Hold on. You guys are going to see this live. Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Tell her. While we're on the pod, tell her what Joe said.
Nothing new after 2, especially on Lou's crew. And I'm Lou.
And he's Lou. We're shooting the pod right now.
Look at it go.
Nothing new after 2, and it's 1:58. So y'all better get your work in.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Dude, this has been a fucking event today.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Speaking of that just reminded me of work. I want to get this work story in real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go
This
for
is some bullshit. And this is, do you remember on the pod when I told you about how like we could do all this shit and then the homeowner walks in and then
they're like, let's change it up.
So this one's on the builder.
Yeah, okay.
I honestly think this was the hardest day I've had so far working in the electric field. And I'm being a bitch. I'll admit it.
All right.
But I was sick. The day was dragging so bad. I got so much shit done. Have you ever been at work and felt like you got so much done? And you're like, dude, it's got to be like halfway through the day. And then you look and it's only been like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was one of those days.
Yeah.
So that happened. I was already felt like the day was dragging. So my boss goes and grabs the builder, the person in charge of this house, and all it being built and everything being done right for the homeowner. Now, we were working there for about almost a week at that point. So we have about a week worth of work done. And we almost have the entire upstairs done. We have all the outlets wired. Everything's going good. We got the lights all hung up. Not wired yet, but hung up. So... and every day, at the end of the day, or throughout the day, this builder would come upstairs and take a look around, make sure everything's looking good. Now, my boss goes and grabs her to ask her some questions. And while she's up there, he has a question about one of the outlet locations.
Okay.
So while she's up there, she's like, well, these aren't like the permanent outlets, are they? Aren't these just temp? We wouldn't be putting... this many temp outlets in.
Yeah.
These are permanent.
Yeah.
They're all exactly where they're supposed to be on the print.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, well, these are regular outlet boxes. These are all supposed to be baseboard. Which means in the baseboard.
Yeah.
We already ran all the wires to these.
Oh, no.
None of these wires are long enough to go to the baseboard. And not once through the meetings before we did this or on the print does it say baseboard. So, boss rounds up the troops. We had to rip everything that we have done in this house out. Only one wire in the entire upstairs was long enough to go to the baseboard.
That fucking sucks so bad, dude.
And this was at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I still had 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
And I had to spend the last 3 hours of the day ripping out
Oh my God.
everything we had just spent all week doing.
That fucking sucks so bad.
And I know I'm being a bitch because I still get paid the same. Everything's fine. It doesn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's just like, bro, we just spent a week doing all of this.
Exactly. And there's also something to be said about like the not I was going to say illusion, but I'll just commit like the illusion of progress.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's still your job, you're still getting paid, but you made progress and now you didn't.
Yeah.
You had to go in reverse.
Literally when at the end of the day, he was like, well, tomorrow, day one. Mm-hmm. We're back to day one.
Yep.
And that's literally what it was.
Yeah, that's what sucks, man. That's something to say because like a lot of dealing with work is all about like mindset, and that's a shitty mindset when you're like, okay, I just have to undo a shit ton of stuff, and it's like, you know, because whether you're getting paid or not, you're like, I like to see progress.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was just a motivation fuck for me for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah.
For the rest of the day, I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. I'm done. I'm fed up.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that would have been a perfect spot for me to where I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. Mm-hmm. We'll pick this up tomorrow and just wipe everything out, start fresh.
Yeah.
Like I need to walk away from this now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Of course, yeah.
But
God damn.
yeah, that was it. I thought that was a funny story.
Yeah, there's something to say about that, man, for sure. Something I'd also like to do is remind anybody listening right now or watching, like, subscribe, follow. Leave a rating if you're like on Apple Podcasts. Or I don't know if you can. I think you can on Spotify. Just leave a rating. Would really appreciate it. We're really bad at asking for this stuff until like the end of the show. So
We just want you guys to do it. We want you to enjoy it.
yeah,
And,
so it's helpful too.
we don't want to beg, but
Yeah.
I'm begging.
Yeah, I'll beg. I don't give a fuck. No, just kidding.
And then you said we're getting a little interactive.
What do you mean, like on the main event today?
No.
Oh,
Are we asking people to tell us?
oh yeah, I can get into that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so so something that we're gonna start doing now on our Instagram, which is at Can't Fight Show. No apostrophe, just at Can't Fight Show on Instagram. We every week we'll be asking a question on our story and
Reviewing your answers.
yes. So if you want a chance to be on the show, we'll be saying like your handle and your name and everything as you submit your answers to the show. It's just a good chance to be on there. So go follow us on there.
And this week's is going to be
Yeah.
what is the most useless superpower that you have seen or can think of?
Yeah, exactly. And I love this question because forever ago, and who's to say? I might still, but me and Jason came up with this game. And we were thinking about making it into like a board game almost, like kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but you can, use these pointless superpowers. And because we just would think of them all day, and they just made us laugh, and I'll get into some of my favorites, and maybe even think of some. You might get inspired by some, but let's go over your guys' answers first as we get into this. So cool. This first response is from Average Joe PK, which is Joey Foxtrot, our friend Joey Fultrower. So you want to read it?
The ability to teleport, but it only takes you to inconvenient places. So let's say the weather's shitty outside, and you decide to teleport, but it teleports you into the blizzard of Alaska.
Dude, yeah. What I like about this too is like actually what started the game was it was a joke about this is when I was obsessed with Pulp. Remember, the smoothie place Pulp? I was like, I wish I had the power to teleport to Pulp. And then the joke became, but I can't teleport back.
So you gotta walk back.
So yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck. So, like, that would be like that is like, where you're like, you almost would never want to teleport because now you don't have like a car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just like, I just made my situation significantly worse. Oh my God. So that's a good one. It's a good one. All right. Let's see here. This guy right here. Okay, cool. Hey, it's your boy. This was my favorite one. I hate to say it at the beginning.
This is my friend Brian's. We just talked about him in the Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
the Ganja Grappler.
This is the ability to piss infinity.
I love,
never
like-
stop pissing.
Like his response literally just says infinite piss, which is so, dude, that is so funny. Just having it locked and loaded all the time. Infinite piss is just two words together is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Infinite piss. So yeah, thanks for your submission. He also submitted another one, and it's right here.
Or the ability to make only chickens fly because they can't.
I liked the he's like, just in case you weren't aware. He's like, I don't want to be like, I made birds fly because they can't.
Yeah.
So, which is very good. Like, it's like, that'd be like a weird God level power. Like, like how God, he's like, yeah, I could turn water into wine.
Yeah.
Or Jesus, I should say. Or walk on water. He's like, and I can make chickens fly. People are like, who is that for? I mean, if anything, that's worse now because, like, chicken would be a harder commodity if chickens actually flew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you
We gotta catch these fuckers.
I know. We gotta catch these fucking guys. They're just looking up all the time, like, fuck, where are all the chickens at, man?
And then Chick-fil-A, my pleasure.
Exactly. Oh man! All right, and then the final submission we had from our fan base was from Otter.Erna, which is actually a good old buddy of mine. They live in Iceland.
everyone is super interested in talking to you, but you have intense social anxiety.
It's a good one. It's a pointless one, you know?
But what's the power? Making everyone want to talk to you?
Having everyone, yeah. Your power is like, man, yeah, I'm like super interesting. Can you imagine? That's the equivalent of like in Deadpool when she's like, I'm super lucky, and he's like, that's not a power. You know? Can you imagine that? What's your power? I'm super interesting. That's
your power is basically like everyone wants to talk to you. You're famous, but you have crippling social anxiety.
Dude, that's basically all of like Instagram influencers. I'm just kidding. They think they're very interesting at least. But yeah, so that's all those responses. I'll give you some of my highlights, some of the ones that I've made up from forever ago. One is X-ray vision, but only in nursing homes. Super strength, but only when people aren't looking at you.
I don't think that's useless.
Well, it's
like if nobody was home and you wanted to move around the furniture.
But
useful.
imagine you're like moving something like a train or something, and then somebody just happens to look over at you,
and it falls.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's scary, man. I would almost never want to use it.
Yeah, but also like, let's say you're driving. It's late at night and it's snowy out. Your car gets stuck.
Yeah,
no one's around.
Good point. Yeah, there you go. But that's so specific. You're like, I know, like just recently you had your car get stuck, but remember, keep in mind, a guy was watching you that whole time.
It was my boss.
Yeah, I know.
But also that's not the scenario I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. But yeah, there's that. And I'm trying to think of my coworker Stoneman. Shout out Stoneman. Back at Avery, he had so many good ones, man. I wish I could remember them. Trying to think if I had one more like knockout one. The ability to jump like 20 feet in the air, but you still take like you're not impervious to fall damage. You know what I mean? You imagine you're like, I'll be there soon. You just jump and then you just break every bone in your leg. It's fucking sucks, man.
The ability to have farts that smell like your favorite perfume or cologne.
Can you imagine that? You're about to go out on a date. You're like, Bill, can you hit me? I'm like, that's a bro setup right there.
The ability to have laser eyes, but it actually hurts your eyes.
Dude, I know. Well, and another one I thought of was like in the show The Boys. There's this guy that can spit acid. This was also in Deadpool. The ability to spit acid, but they weren't like immune to their own acid. So, like, they actually spit on their own face, and then the acid ate their face away. And I was like, what? Like, you made that. Like, that sucks.
The ability to run super fast, like the Flash, but it ages you.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Wow. So, yeah, thanks for your guys' submissions. Again, follow us on Instagram at Can't Fight Show, and we will review them on the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, all right. So I want to get into the main event here. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
And you have your list prepared?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So right before the show, now Hunter is not a big guy on Pokemon, and I won't say that I really am either. I'd say I'm a very casual fan, but I know a lot of the Pokemon, especially, you know, I've played some of the more recent games, so I'm more aware of the recent ones. I felt pretty confident in my original 150, but regardless. There's gotten to be some ridiculous-ass Pokemon over time. And some of these aren't nearly as ridiculous as other ones, but what I wanted to do was I grabbed 10 Pokemon that I could think of off the top of my head, and I just gave pictures of them to Hunter and asked him to name them, like what he thinks the name of these Pokemon are, and then I will reveal the actual answer here. So, to start... for our listeners, Hunter, can you describe what this picture looks like?
This looks like a bird with a drill crown.
Uh-huh.
And an Illuminati symbol.
Okay, all right.
With a shield.
Yes. Okay, and I just realized in this moment I kind of failed you because this thing has like two forms, and one of them, basically what it is it's a sword and a shield. And it's just a Pokemon that's a sword and a shield. So, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I kind of failed you on the picture on this one. But yeah, so tell me what Illuminati symbol. What do you think the name is?
So I know how Pokemon evolve.
Yes.
And for some reason, I thought that this was the next form of Beedrill.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I did Buzzachew.
Wow, this is going to be great. Buzzachew? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Buzzachew. That's awesome. You thought it was the evolution of Beedrill. That's cool.
I don't know why.
That's a solid guess. I'm cool with that.
I mean, that thing could have been a stinger.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. I'm actually really interested. So, this Pokemon is actually an evolution of the Pokemon that's called Honedge, which is just a sword.
Okay.
And then when it evolves, it gets a shield. So it's
All
a sword and a shield, and its name is Aegislash.
Okay, those like wing things really threw me off.
I know I failed you on this photo, but because for the listeners that maybe are aware of Pokemon, this is when it's in its defensive stance.
Okay.
So it just has a shield in front of it.
All right.
So I didn't think about when you're looking at it, it just looks like a bunch of shapes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, cool. On to the next one.
All right.
Well, hold on. You describe what the Pokemon is first.
So that looks like a monkey that can throw fire.
Yeah, its tail's on fire.
Paint on his face.
Yes.
And he's orange.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think this is Flamander.
Oh, that's a really good name, by the way. That's actually really good name. That's not its name.
Damn it.
But that is a really good. That's good. Were you thinking like Charmander, basically?
Yeah.
Like Flamander. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's actually a really good name for this Pokemon. No, this Pokemon's name is Monferno. Yeah, that was good though.
Damn.
That was actually really good, man. Pokemon, hire this guy. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, describe it.
Okay, so this looks like a rock that's cracked with ears.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And he looks really sad.
Okay. So just for the sake, before you say the name, that's actually a bag of trash.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
I know. That's funny. That's cool.
So I kind of just named this one Depression Rock.
That's so funny.
His attack is he makes you feel really bad for him.
Yeah.
And then he hits you.
That's like so
with
funny
his
to be
rock-like body.
Yeah, if you that'd be such a funny status effect on a Pokemon where it's like he casts depression on you, and it's just like your Pokemon feels too pitiful to attack.
And then when he's down at his worst, he hits you.
That move's called Fight or Flight.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, cool. So, this Pokemon's actual name is Trubbish. But you would have had a better guess if you figured that was trash.
There's no way.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, here we go. Describe it.
Okay, this looks like a kind of bear.
Like a koala bear.
I would say koala.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's very experienced in the art of martial arts.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
yes, he is.
I kind of named this one Karate Koala.
Ooh, good. That's pretty good. Absolutely, yeah.
Qualjitsu.
Qualjitsu. Throwing in some remixes here. All right, so when we started the game, I told Hunter, I was like, there is a Pokemon on there that I think has the best name of any Pokemon
I figured
ever.
it was this one.
Yeah, and I said they couldn't have done any better. The name. So you thought it was like Karate Koala or like Koala Jitsu. Kowaltsu? No, anyways, the name of this Pokemon is Cub Fu.
Oh,
that's a good name, dude.
It is.
It's cute. It's awesome. Cub Fu.
It is.
All right, awesome. Okay, so on to the next one. Tell me, what is it?
So this is definitely a key ring.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
It is very ridiculous, but it's also more ridiculous that it seems to have a lock on the key ring.
Yeah, okay. And I'll say what I want to say is this is one of my favorite Pokemons just for typing. And Riley flames me all the time. It's Fairy Steel, but she's always like, "Oh, there's your boy," whenever she sees it like in a game, and I'm like, I like it. But anyways, what did you think the name was?
Keyringer.
That's pretty good.
I think it was lame. I really didn't know what to come up with for this.
Yeah, because even the name for it is pretty out there.
Because my immediate reaction, just to be funny, was going to be like your dad's key ring, but
nice, okay.
I had nothing.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's tough because like, what do you name a fucking key ring? Keyringer.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, the name of this Pokemon is Klefki. Okay. Yeah, there's no shot you would have. I mean, none of these. I didn't think you were going to nail any of these anyway. But that one I was just like, what do you call that?
I had no idea what to call it.
All right, next one. Describe it.
It looks like a candle.
Okay.
With blue flames.
Uh-huh.
And it has like a weird bug face.
Yeah, and it's specifically it's a chandelier. I don't know if you caught that. Like when I grabbed the photo, I was like, I really hope it's clear that this is like a chandelier.
So I went in a different route.
Okay, I love it.
I called it the Meteora.
Oh, that's cool though.
It looks like one of those candles.
Oh.
Is that what those are called? Meteoras?
Oh, I actually don't know.
It's for like Hanukkah.
Like Hanukkah?
Yeah.
No. Fuck. I'm so
I think it's called a Meteora.
Maybe we're going to get flamed.
Yeah, I don't know.
No pun intended. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It does look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So the name of this Pokemon is Chandelure.
I hang a lot of chandeliers, and that doesn't look like one.
Yeah. Yeah, I did you kind of dirty on that. You're right, though. It does look way more like the Hanukkah-ness.
Yeah.
Whatever the
like
hell
the
that's
candle
called.
Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, describe it.
It looks like a big rock with one of those singular little Lego pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
And a big honker.
Yeah, huge
And then it
nose,
looks
right?
like he has two bird heads carved in stone on his side.
Okay.
I didn't know what to name this. This
Yeah,
was
don't
just
blame me.
something crazy, so I named it Stone Stash.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Because he's got
I
a
like
nice little stash on him.
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. It's so funny because I when I grabbed it, I was like, even I wouldn't know what to call it. But yeah, the name of this Pokemon is Nose Pass.
Damn.
And I really just wanted to say Nose Pass on the pod.
Yeah.
In a way, you kind of did that guy so dirty. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah, he did.
Humans are naming them for the most part, unless it's like the Pokemon says its name. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't see this guy going Nose Pass. You know what I mean? So, anyways, like somebody just saw that fucking huge ass nose and went, "Yeah, his name's Nose Pass." All right.
So this guy's very chubby,
Yes.
very pink, long tongue,
Very long tongue.
kind of looks like a turtle.
Okay. Oh yeah, actually, he kind of does. He looks like a pink kind of Squirtle. in a
Yeah,
way.
he does.
That's a good point.
I didn't know what to name him.
Okay.
So I put Jigglypuff's long tongue cousin.
Dude, well, I'll tell you, like the name has something to do with his tongue. Do you want to like take a quick guess for the pod on like maybe if I gave you that hint?
Instead of tongue tied, it's tongue turtle.
Oh, tongue turtle would be pretty good. Yeah, I mean yeah, like they would obviously like tongue turt or something like that. Like, but anyways, its name is Lickitung.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's what?
Okay.
Lickitung. All right, and I think this is the last one. Right?
No, there's one more after
Oh, okay.
this.
Okay. Cool.
This looks like a sick dog.
Okay.
Maybe a bear.
Because it has like a runny nose.
Yeah, it has got a runny nose. It's snot dripping out. But he also looks like he's been crying, so that might be why he's all snotty. Snotty blue bear.
Snotty blue bear.
I didn't know what to say.
You're good.
I didn't want to bring up the sad aspect because I already have depression rock.
I know. Yeah, this Pokemon's name is Cub Chew.
Yeah, I never would have.
No. Yeah, it's somebody.
This one was
Cub
my
Chew.
favorite.
Oh, by the way, I want to say Cub Chew. I recently, just me and Jason came up with this. It's an impression of Scooby Doo when he's sick. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's simple, but it's nuanced. You might miss it. It's. You like that? You should. Yeah. That's a party trick right there. You guys want to see my impression of Scooby Doo sick? It's good. Anyways,
So the last one was my favorite.
Describe it. Yeah.
It looks like a dinosaur
that
that is also half of an apple pie.
Which literally nailed it. Yeah.
I just named this one Dino Pie.
Oh, nice. That's good. I mean, it would work. You know what I mean?
Or Pino.
Oh, Pino would be so good. Dude, Pino is better than its actual name.
Okay.
I like that. Pino
I have Dino
wins.
Pie / Pino because it goes either way.
So good, dude. Yeah, this Pokemon's name is Appleton. I'm not into it, but
Pino's way better.
yeah, Pino, dude, that's actually good. Yeah, Hunter wins. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, bring it in, man. Way to go. So good.
Can't
Wow.
put down my mic.
Yeah, I know, that's right. Yeah, dude. Quite a fun little game. So if any of the listeners have any suggestions like that, I mean, if you've listened long enough, I mean, we're 12 episodes in, I think you have a pretty general gist on what our interests might be.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have any games like that you have in mind, Hunter has a similar concept already loaded in the bag for something like this. But yeah, if you guys are like, I wonder what they think about blank. You know?
Yeah.
Just feel free to drop them on a DM on Instagram or a DM on TikTok. Both of those are at Can't Fight Show, or even in the comments on YouTube, you know, wherever. We'll see it. All right, cool. So, boom. I think that was about it. Did you have anything?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I really got to go pee.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go catch y'all. Get out of here, fuckers! My shorts and my
Goodbye,
briefs.
everybody. Thanks for listening to the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show episode 12. I love you guys. Okay,
So
bye-bye.
if you see me in the street, just know these shorts match my briefs. I just got these on sale. I ain't paying retail. And no, the style ain't stale. I didn't get these in the mail. My shorts match my briefs.